A rectangular prism with a volume of 3 cubic units is filled with cubes with side lengths of 4 units. How many 1/4 with side length of 1/4 unit? How many 1/4 unit cubes does it take to fill the prism? Okay, so let's draw a prism. With a volume of 3 cubic units. Okay, let's say that this is 1 cubic unit, this is 2 cubic units, and this is 3 cubic units. And now, so this is the rectangular prism with a volume of 3 cubic units, and this prism is filled with cubes with side lengths of 1/4 unit. So each cube here is 1/4 unit. Okay, so the volume of the small cube is 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4, which is 1/4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. And the total volume of the rectangular prism is 3. So to know how many little cubes go into the big prism, we need to divide 3 by 1/64. And in order to divide by fraction, we multiply by its reciprocal. So we multiply 3 times 64, which is 3 times 60 is 180 plus 12, which is 192. So 192 little cubes are required to fill the rectangular prism. How many cubes with side length of 1/2 centimeter does it take to fill the prism? Okay, so the total volume of the prism is 1 centimeter, which is the height, times 2 centimeters, which is the length, times 2.5. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2.5 is 5. So the total volume of the prism is 5. Okay. And we have now small cubes with side lengths of 1/2 centimeter. So each little cube has a side length of 1/2 centimeter. So how many of these little cubes are required fill the entire prism. So we need to divide 5 divided by the volume of the small cubes, or 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Okay, the base is 1/2 times 1/2 times the height. The base times the height gives us the volume of the small cube. So the base is 1/2 times 1/2 times the height of the base, times the height of the cube, which means the volume of the small cube is 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, is 1/8. So we need to divide the total volume of the prism, which is 5, by 1/8. So we multiply by the reciprocal, which means we multiply 5 by 8, which gives us 40. So it takes 40 little cubes with side length of 1/2 centimeter to fill the entire prism. 40. A rectangular prism with a volume of 2 cubic units is filled with cubes with side lengths of 1/4 unit. How many 1/4 unit cubes does it take to fill the prism? Okay, so we have here a prism. And the volume of the entire prism is 2 cubic units. Okay, so this entire prism, the volume of this prism is equal to 2. So let's say this is 2 and this is 1. 1 times 2, no. Okay, 1 times 2 times 1. Yes, okay. So let's say the base. Yes, the base of the prism is 2 by 1. This is the width of the prism, and the height is 1. So 2 by 1 by 1. 2 by 1 gives us the base, which is 2, times the height, which is 1. So the total volume of the prism is 2. Okay. And now we have small cubes with a side length of these small cubes has a side length of 1/4 of a unit. So how many of these little green cubes do we need to fill the prism? Okay, so the volume of the little cube is 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4, which is 1/64. And now we divide the volume of the entire prism, which is 2, we need to divide it by 1/64, which is the same thing as multiplying 2 by 64. 2 times 60 is 120, and 2 times 4 is 8, so the answer is 128. We need 128 cubes with a side length of 1/4 unit to fill the prism. how many cubes with side lengths of 1/3 centimeter does it take to fill the prism? Okay, so the volume of the prism is 2 times 4/3 times 5/3. Because the base of the prism is 5/3 times 4/3, and the height is 2 centimeters. So this is the base, 5/3 times 4/3 times the height, which is 2 centimeters. This gives us the total volume of the prism. Okay, so 2 times 4 is 8, 8 times 5 is 40, 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9. So the total volume is 40/9. 9 goes into 40 6 times, we have 6. 9 times 6 is 36. So, no, 4 times, sorry. 9 times 4 is 36, so we have 4 holes, and we are left with 4/9. Okay, and the little cubes have side lengths of 1/3 centimeter. So we have these little cubes here have side lengths of 1/3 centimeters. How many of these little cubes go into the big prism? So we need to divide 40/9. This is the total volume of the prism. 40/9 divided by 1/3, which is the same thing as multiplying 40/9 times 3, which is 40 times 3 is 120 divided by 9. 120 divided by 9. 9 goes into 12. 1 times 9 is 9. 12 minus 9 is 3. We'll bring down 0. 9 goes into 30. 3 times 9 is 27. We have a remainder of 3. So 13 and 3 over 3 nines with 13 and 3 nines is the same as 13 and 1/3 cubes, I guess. Let's see if I got the volume right. 2 times 4/3 times 5/3. 2 times 4, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 40/9 divided by 1/3. Like 40/9 times 3. 40 times 3. Okay. Yes, so it's 14 and 1/3 cube. am I doing wrong? So I'm leaving the first attempt to answer this question, and let's try it again. Let's see what have I done wrong. So the volume of the entire prism is the base times the base. The base times the height. The base is calculated by multiplying the width times the length, which is 5 thirds times 4 thirds. So the base has an area of 20 over 3. And the height is 2 centimeters, which means we need to multiply the base times the height. Okay. So take 20. So this is the base of the prism. Now the volume of the prism is the base, which is 20 over 3 times the height. Okay, which is 40 over 3, it's 20 over 9. Over 9, and the volume is the base 20 over 9 times 2. So 40 over 9. And we have, now I see where my mistake was. This is the volume of the entire prism. Okay, and if we have little cubes with side length of 1/3 centimeters, the volume of each little cube is 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3. Because the volume of each little cube is calculated by multiplying the base times the height, and the base is 1/3 times 1/3, because the length of the side is 1/3 times the length of the other side 1/3, and times the height is 1/3. So this is the volume of each little cube. So it's 1 over 27. So we need to divide the entire volume of the large rectangular prism, which is 40 over 9, divided by 1 over 27, which is the same thing as multiplying 40 over 9 times 27 over 1. We can simplify this because 9, if we divide 9 by 9, we get 2. 27 divided by 9, we get 3, so it's 40 times 3 is 120 little cubes. So the answer is we need 120 cubes with side length of 1/3 centimeters to fill the prism. So I have one mistake, which means that in the next video I'm going to do this practice again.